White Tiger is an AD hero who can transform into a much cooler form. He chases his enemies using his skills and is very deadly in short range. He is also one of the most used heroes up to this date. His character design is really cool, his skills are fun to use, so it is no wonder that a lot of people love using him. He is also not easy to kill and can be deadly when used properly. Unlike the other three ancient beasts, White Tiger is much more easy to use. So if you are a newbie or a new player, I would suggest buying him if you want a cool character who's easy to learn. He is the third successful subject of the Ancient Beast project, also known as White Tiger. Let's just call him Byakko. Now let's go ahead and talk about his profile. His name is White Tiger. His height is 168 centimeters. His ID is a product of Watchtowers. His Chinese voice is Zhang Tongming. Other than that, his race, weight, birthday, and Japanese cover voice is not included. They are probably still looking for someone who will dub his Japanese voice, so yeah, we just need to wait. Byakko is an orphan adopted by the Watchtower. He believes might makes right, and the weak is worthless. He is a vengeful battle maniac who loves causing trouble and seeing others struggle in despair. Well, that is a really twisted personality. To be precise, Watchtower Bio Research Institute adopted a large number of orphans. They provided them food, knowledge, and martial arts training so that they can become qualified test subjects for what experiments. The legendary Asian Beast. He displayed a tendency towards violence as the most promising kid among his companions. He also murdered almost 100 of his companions just to be the top one in the trial given by the Watchtower. It made him stand out and became the candidate for the Ancient Beast project. So that's a good job for him, I guess. During the transplant, 50% of his original body was damaged. Unlike Suzaku, Seryu, and Genbu, Byakko has a lower compatibility with the Ancient Beast. Now let's go ahead and talk about the skills of Byakko. His passive is called Beast Power. Hitting the same target 3 times will trigger Beast Power, dealing an extra 3% max HP as true damage. This increases by 1% for every 200 points of physical attack up to 800 points. It also boosts his move speed by 10% and attack speed by 30% for 2 seconds. Now let's go ahead and talk about his first active skill, which is called Tiger Roar. It enhances his 3 normal attack for 5 seconds. This is important because each attack gives a different effect. His attack boost at level 1 is 55 and 105 at level 6. It also gives a 10% physical bonus to him while at the same time increasing his attack speed by 100% and attack range by 25%. It also gives a 40% move speed decrease to enemies for 2 seconds. The second normal attack will give himself an extra 150 plus 10% physical bonus as HP. The HP recovery at level 1 is 150 and 400 at level 6. The third normal attack will always be a critical hit. With every 1% of crit rate, it will be converted to 2 points of attack. Meaning if you have an item that gives you a crit rate of 30%, it will be converted to 60 points of attack for the third normal attack. The cooldown of the skill is 12 seconds at level 1 and 7 seconds at level 6. His second active skill is Tiger Pounce. So what is Tiger Pounce? White Tiger charges with his claw for 3 seconds while increasing your move speed by 30%. During this time, White Tiger is invincible. Once you release the charge or after the 3 second duration, White Tiger will dash forward a certain distance and will swipe his claws. Enemies hit by the skill will be airborne for 0.6 seconds. It deals 250 damage at level 1 and 500 damage at level 6. The skill is good for chasing an enemy hero if it is running away, or if you want to escape because you're being chased by a lot of enemy heroes. Also, take note of the word invincible. It doesn't mean that White Tiger is immune to enemy heroes' attacks or skills. He is just not affected by control effects such as stun and slow. I actually tested it out because I'm curious, and as you can see in the screen, he is not affected by control effects. And his final skill is called Demon Returns. White Tiger will transform by summoning his armor, and it will last for 8 seconds. It increases his move speed and his physical and spell defense. The transformation also does damage to nearby enemies, and he also gets a move speed increase after transforming. The move speed increase is 25 at level 1 and 40 at level 4. His physical and spell defense is 50 at level 1 and 80 once it is level 4. While the base spell damage is 30 at level 1 and 75 at level 4. You should also take note that no move speed boost should be activated before the transformation to get an attack speed buff. The attack speed percentage is not mentioned in the skill. I just hope that it is true. White Tiger is a flexible character like Green Dragon, but much easier to use. He can also have different builds depending on what you want. He can be an AP, an assassin, or a tank if you want. White Tiger is really strong in short range, not because of the reason that he is a melee character. Well, that's one of the reasons, but that's not totally the reason at all. It's because of the skills given to this hero. He can run towards you without being stunned or slowed. It's like a tiger hunting for its prey. He can chip away your HP easily because his first active skill is really good, especially the third hit. Once it hits you, it will always land a critical hit. He can also instantly increase his physical and magical defense, and at the same time provides a DOT or damage over time as long as you are near the enemy. It is not easy to escape his range, and he is really overpowered, especially if equipped with the right item. Out of the 4 ancient beasts, White Tiger is probably the most easiest to use because his skills are not complicated unlike the other 3. It is advisable for White Tiger to be a jungler or to take the top lane. However, it still depends on your build. His default gears are actually not that bad. You can use them if you don't want to experiment with different builds. So should you get White Tiger? Well, I highly recommend it since White Tiger is really flexible and easy to learn. He is also the best AP assassin for the new players. Hey guys, thank you for watching our video today, our hero review, our hero spotlight. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos.